But the game I got, Skylar, have you ever played Final Fantasy Tactics?
No, I've never played that.
That's a really fun game for PlayStation One. If you don't have to do a let's play of it or anything, but maybe you could like watch somebody do one. Or it's really fun. It's a strategy game,
Hmm.
and each of the characters that you get can has different weapons and abilities, and you want to like it'll say you'll go into a little world, and it'll say like these are your opponents, and then you pick like up to like 5 or 6 people that you take in with you, and you want to pick the powers that would help you the most in that situation. Anyway, and the game I got is essentially Final Fantasy Tactics, but it's with Pokemon. It's called Pokemon Conquest, and it's so fun. I've had it for like 4 days, Skylar, and I've already put in like 22 hours.
Oh,
I'm
dang.
playing the crap out of this game. I'm destroying it. I love it. It's fun.
So now, what exactly are you doing in it? You probably
You
got a
just
lot of it done already since you've played it that long.
well, I played it for 11 hours and then I completely restarted it because I looked up some stuff online and I was missing out on a bunch of things.
Oh, okay.
So I started all over. But I've been playing it for like 12 hours now, and I was playing it for like 11 hours, so like 23 anyway. But you are a person and you come into this new territory and there's 17 castles that you want to take over and you want to rule all of the castles. And so you're just on a mission to take over the castles.
All
It's
right.
really it's really straightforward. You just like each castle is governed by a certain type of Pokemon.
Uh huh.
So like the one I'm about to take over is like full of ground and earth and rock type Pokemon. So I'm trying to get like a really good team of water and grass Pokemon to take in there and win. And then the next castle will be something else. So I'll have to retrain a whole different type of Pokemon to go. I like it.
Yeah, something that's kind of complementary to
It,
whatever you're battling against.
Yep. It makes it. I don't know. The gameplay is really like it's really straightforward, and then the level up features. I wish the level up was. Some of them are hard. Like some Pokemon, I really need to get. I need to evolve one to the next form. You know,
Right.
and it's easier for some Pokemon than it is for other to level them up in this game. But so I have to spend more time on one Pokemon than I would on other ones to get them where I need them to be. But it's still fun. I'm having a blast. I'm just taking over the world.
I heard that.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a little world takeover. What else have we been playing? I guess that's about it. Playing some Jarrett and Labonte stock car racing. What do we got? Is this the final race?
Now, this is the fourth race. We're here at
Okay.
Monza now. Um,
Alright.
where do you think that is?
That sounds Italian.
You know, I'm not 100% sure. It probably is. It probably is
Okay.
Italian
Uh,
or French, but
Okay.
it's in the Mediterranean National Championship. And
okay.
we lost in the Nürburgring because we had that bad wreck, but
Yeah, I saw that.
we
when you
still
had your
got
steering.
fourth, which was the lowest place
That's,
we've got so far this
yeah.
Let's Play, but still not too bad. We caught up
We're
from
still in first
13th.
place overall, aren't we?
So that was
We're
actually
still in first.
pretty good,
Oh, sorry.
pretty good effort.
That's, that's good.
But we're on the longest race here, 8 laps on Monza, so we'll have the mandatory pit stop. But I really like this
Okay.
track, and as you say, I'm creaming the computers. For some reason,
Yeah.
they just really stink on this track, especially on the chains. They a lot of them will run
Uh-huh.
into the wall and
Yeah.
then stop for a few seconds, and
Well,
before
good.
they'll start
That's
back
good.
up and keep going. Yeah, they
So we'll
they
probably lap
really
all of
suck
them, huh?
terribly at this track. This is probably one of the easiest to win in the game,
Yeah.
and I really like this
Well,
track.
good.
It's really cool.
It's good that they put it as the longest one.
Yeah, I'm glad they did. I probably will overlap some. I figure we'll have to see.
Even with our fourth place finish, we're still in first place overall with points.
Oh
Yes?
yeah, we still
Definitely,
got a
okay.
really good gap between us and second.
All right, good. Yeah, I figured as much.
Yep, kicking along.
Yeah.
One thing about this track though is it's pretty long. It takes about 2 minutes per lap, or a minute and 50 seconds, give or take.
Yeah.
See what our time is here. 1:51. Not too bad. Not too shabby.
Yeah.
But pretty lengthy little track.
Yep. When we send back your Spyros, we're sending you a present. Also, like a tiny. It's not. We didn't pay for it. Don't worry. We
All
already
right,
had it.
good.
We didn't like buy you a gift. We're gonna loan you something. Like you loaned us Spyro, we're gonna loan you something.
Oh, okay. Is it one of those movies?
No, but that's a good idea too. We'll loan you some movies too.
Well,
I'll
no,
put it all
don't
in a
worry
box and we'll
about it.
ship
I
it.
mean,
Oh, we have to go to her room to get it. She left it at her dorm,
nah,
so we have to go get it.
yeah, don't make any special effort or any,
No,
I
not a
mean,
big deal.
any special trip or anything to do
Yeah, don't
anything
worry.
like that. Because I don't watch that many movies. I did get some movies for Christmas that I've been watching.
Yeah, what'd you get?
Like I got some Adam Sandler movies.
Oh yeah, Big Daddy and stuff.
Yeah,
Or?
Big Daddy, and my favorite that I saw was, oh shoot, why can't I think of the name of it?
Is it Billy Madison?
Mr. Deeds. I really like that one.
Mr. Deeds. Oh yeah, that was a good one.
And also got Click, and it was one of those packages that has 4 movies in it. So
Yeah, had you never seen them before?
well, I've seen Click already, and I've seen
Okay.
one of the others. 50 First Dates. I've seen that one prior.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that
That's
one.
that's a good family movie. I like that one.
It's
You
really
can watch that with any-
yeah, those are all really good. They don't have very much, vile language or
Yeah.
anything in it. Now, one of the movies I saw that he was in, we actually went to the theater to see it, and
Yeah?
I can't remember what in the heck the name was. Dadgummit.
Was it recently?
It was probably a year ago.
Oh, a year ago.
Uh, it was something like Mr. Happy, or I can't remember. Shoot.
Happy Gilmore?
No, not Happy Gilmore. Happy, although that did have some, but that
Yeah,
one
well-
was a pretty good one where he golfed and everything. I liked it.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
But shoot, what was this one? It was like he was a comedian or something. And
Oh, and he had like cancer or something, and
Happy-
it had Seth Rogen.
I can't remember. It was Happy People or something.
Yeah, okay, I remember that one.
And man,
Okay.
that shocked me. It was
Yeah.
it was way too much vile language. And, I mean, I can take a little bit, but I mean,
Yeah.
you can say the same thing without using, which I guess really saying the same thing getting any better, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Funny People.
Yeah,
Came out in
funny
2009.
people, not happy people.
Yeah. Yeah, it came out in 2009.
Yeah, it was. It may have been 2 or 3. Daggum, it's been 4 years since I saw that. I don't go to the theater very much, and I lose track.
That's
of
okay. That's all right. Yeah.
I might say 2 or 3 movies a year. I lose track of which ones
Yeah.
I saw. Which actually I saw more last year because me and you and Alicia, we went and saw a few.
Yeah, I'm a movie goer.
Yeah.
We actually went yesterday. Me and not Jill, me and Alicia and Dad. We went and saw Django Unchained,
Huh?
which is something I don't recommend that you watch personally, but it was a really good movie. It's
Give me a brief rundown of it.
there's a lot of violence and a lot of the N-word. They say that a lot. It's about slavery and back in the old days, so it's rather accurate for the time. They're not just saying the N-word,
Right, it was actually a pretty accurate portrayal of the real life situation.
Sort of yes and no. I mean, it was trying
That
to.
occurred.
It wasn't trying to make light of slavery, but it was a rather lighthearted movie. You had funny parts, and there was just. If you know anything about Quentin Tarantino, he's just a funny kind of guy. He's got a twisted sense of humor. It was funny and it was gory. It was great. I liked it a lot. I'll probably see it again. If I don't see it again, I'll probably get it when it comes out on DVD. I'll have it. I don't usually buy. I go to the movies a lot, but I don't always own everything that I watch in theaters. Like some movies just aren't worth owning. I don't want to see them again. They're awful.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's how I feel about funny people.
Yeah.
It was okay, but I wouldn't want to own it. I mean,
yeah, and movies that are like only good once, like maybe like a thriller or like some kind of movie that at the end of it, because it has it's building up all this suspense and then it gives it away at the end. You can't really watch that again because you know who it is and what's going on. It's not this. You don't have the same feeling when you watch a suspense movie more than once. So I don't buy those kinds of movies and stuff. But the movies that I'm definitely looking forward to getting, Wreck-It Ralph, I'm excited about that. When it comes out on DVD, I'm gonna own the crap out of it.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna
I've
go get.
heard of that one. What?
It's wonderful.
So you've already
It's
seen
all,
it?
it came out November the 2nd. I
Okay.
saw it. I saw when it came out the Saturday after it came out on Friday. I saw it the next day.
All right.
So, and Django Unchained came out last week. I think that's the longest I've ever gone to see a new movie is a week. Like it came out last week and I didn't get to see it until this week. Usually I see it the week it comes out. You know.
Yeah.
I try to add that way when they go like when you hear the news or whatever, when you watch or when you hear about a movie and it says like it brought in X amount of dollars, you know, in the box office over the weekend, I like to be in that statistic, you know. I helped you. I gave you $14 or however many people went, you know.
All right.
I like to be in the statistics and then
Yep, be a part
but
of
there's always second week statistics, you know, but they're not as good. They're always lower, obviously. Opening weekend is the time to go. Time to go. But yeah, you are destroying these grannies.
I know, look how far behind second place he is. I just overlapped one, it was stuck against the wall. Did you see now it's behind me? And I'm only on the sixth lap and I already overlapped one. Granny,
Nice.
you gonna have to kick it up a notch, girl.
Yeah.
See, I'm even running off the road and I'm killing them.
Your fastest lap went from 151 to 148. That's good, too.
Yep, really good. Oh, Granny's gaining on me. She didn't like me making fun of her.
She's not gonna get it.
Yep, you gonna stay back there, Granny. You might as well get used to it.
She doesn't know how to drive. Yeah, she didn't know how to drive.
You might as well get used to it. You're too busy digging in your purse while driving. Don't you love when grannies do that? They'll put their makeup on and everything while they're driving.
Isn't that cute? They eat a cheeseburger. Fat granny.
I've seen them do that before. You know, not just grannies, but a lot of people, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People eating their car.
But yeah,
I'm guilty.
especially a granny or a grandpa. Y'all don't need to be eating and driving. I mean, you know.
Yeah, shit. They need extra hands to help them drive.
Which I must say, you know, my Grandpa Tom and Grandpa Gary were really good drivers. My Grandma Margaret, she scares me though sometimes. My Grandma Layla, she's getting pretty bad. She was pretty good, but she doesn't get enough experience anymore. Of course, she's about 80.
Yeah.
And
I'm also a terrible driver.
nah, you're not.
I'm just kidding.
I'm the terrible driver.
I've never had a wreck, so I can't. I don't care what I drive like, but I've never had a wreck, so I classify myself as a good driver. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wish I could say I hadn't had a wreck.
Yeah. Well, that's a different thing. I mean, I have I was backing out of a spot and hit a guy in a parking lot one time, but I don't know. Is that count as a wreck? You know, I mean, really? Because the thing was his car was really low, and I looked out my back window, and I drive a truck, you know, so I couldn't. And I look, and the bed of my truck was blocking his car. That's how low to the ground his car was.
Dang.
And I just backed right into it. I was backing out pretty quick. I was going like at least 11 miles an hour, like out of a parking spot. You know, I was setting myself up for failure. If I could run into him. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually going to do a hit and run, but my friends wouldn't let me. They were like, "You need to stop and talk to him." I was like, "No, I gotta go." They were like, "No, you have to." I was like, "Crap!" So they made me get out and trade insurance information or whatever. It was miserable. And then the dude that I back into, he lied.
Oh, he did. What did he say?
He said that I had done like major damage. Like I guess he went home and like took a bat to his car or something.
Oh, he made it worse.
Yeah, because they were like, no, because I told him, you know, because I called the insurance company and he called them, whatever, and then they said that they would send out a person to evaluate it, and then I don't think they ever took care of all of his problems because I didn't do all of that. So.
Well, how much money did they say? How much damage did it cause? Did they say? I think I maybe did like $600. That would be like the absolute most that I could have done. But I think he's trying to get like over $2,000 or something, and it was. Oh golly! Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, we weren't on the highway, you know, nothing bad anyway. So I like back into him, and I hit his tail light and I busted the casing around his tail light, but his tail light was still intact. And then there was like maybe like a tiny, not a tiny, but like a not a big dent, but a dent, by the light. And then he was trying to claim like chipped paint and like a new bumper and all this crap, and it
Oh,
was miserable. It
no,
was
the
silly.
same exact thing happened to me. 1 week after I got that Ultima, I mean,
Yeah.
1 week to the day, I was at Pizza
Ah,
Hut working, and this
yeah.
guy he backed into me while my car
Oh
was
no.
parked there, and
Ah,
it did the same thing. It busted the tail light casing,
yeah.
but the tail light still worked and everything, and it just
Yep.
kind of
Yep.
scraped
Yep.
the extreme side of it,
Mhm.
and that was $1,100 in damage when I got it assessed.
Man.
But I actually kind of benefited from it because when Brands assessed it, it was 1,100. But when I took it to Harris Ford to get it fixed,
Yeah.
they fixed it for 300. Of course, it wasn't the best job, but it looked almost just right.
Yeah.
And you can't hardly tell. I mean, unless you really look at it, there's still a slight crease in it.
Let's just
Yeah.
run through the race action again.
That was almost 4 years ago.